The Rockford IceHogs get back to work this evening. They take on the Manitoba Moose with another chance to punch their ticket to the postseason. Hello, everybody. Joseph Zakshevsky once again with you, joined alongside assistant coach Jared Nightingale for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging diagnosis of the game. Coach Nightingale, you get an off day, you get a practice day, just a chance to kind of take a step back after a busy 4-game and 5-day run. And watching morning skate this morning, there was a lot of positive energy, a lot of good vibes going in with a chance with a magic number at just 1 point to punch your ticket tonight.
Yeah, I agree. It's good to get a day off, and really yesterday's practice was really crisp, lots of energy, and same thing today. Guys are into a routine with that, especially this late in the season. There's lots to be excited for, and obviously only a week left. It's the best time of the year to pick up some points.
Well, the IceHogs got a little bit of help last night with teams around the Central Division either suffering losses or not getting the full victory on their side, so your magic number is just 1 point. It's getting closer and closer, Coach. It's hard not to keep an eye on the standings and scoreboard watch a little bit, but, as a coaching staff, how have you been able to maintain focus knowing that, opportunities are aplenty just around the corner?
Well, I think because each game's such a good test for both teams. Grand Rapids, you look at, they're fighting to stay in the picture, and they gave us what we thought. They were really tough to play against, outplayed us, outwilled us, we thought. But again, it's a time to reset, and now we have a team just above us in the standings. One of the best in our conference. So really naturally you don't get too far ahead of yourself because you have some tall tasks each and every game.
Well, it's not just the playoff picture and the postseason points trying to clinch a spot, but for the IceHogs, if they grab a victory tonight and if the Milwaukee Admirals, if they were to stumble against the Chicago Wolves, the top team in the division, you could also find yourself moving up the ladder, going into third place in the Central Division. That has to be plenty of incentive enough, not alone just the postseason push, just knowing what's at stake and how tight still the Central Division is.
Yeah, for sure. We just want to keep playing well. I know the last game kind of was a little step back, but it was our second, 4 and 5. Not to make excuses, but we want to keep things in perspective and have a response game tonight. Good teams don't have back-to-back games where they're poor performances. So I think the standings will sort itself out, and wherever we fall, we want to be going into the break feeling good, healthy, and playing our type of hockey.
Well, the good news is the IceHogs just saw Manitoba last weekend, Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon up in Winnipeg. That Sunday afternoon game, their most recent against them, a big 5-1 victory on Easter Sunday. It was the first win in Winnipeg this year. It was a monstrous pushback from the game prior. You mentioned teams don't have back-to-back flubbers of contests if you want to be successful. Well, you did so on Sunday. How do you replicate that tonight?
I think we reset. We got to expect a really good opponent. That's the last game they played. It's a team that we could see in the playoffs. But have a good start, and like I said, we've really the last 20 games we've really strung together good hockey, not get far away from it, and it seems like when we play better teams, it gets the best out in us, and we'll expect that tonight.
Manitoba, a team that has the best shot defense in the American Hockey League. We talked a lot about that last weekend when these two teams got together. We saw a little bit of that against the Chicago Wolves and Grand Rapids Griffins. Making the most of your shots, though, you're getting some goals, but when you face a stingy defense like this and it's just hard to get sustained offensive pressure, how do you crack through knowing that you're going to need that energy and sustained pressure to be successful?
I think we need to match that defensively. Yeah, you're right. Scoring chances are harder to come by the later you go, especially in the playoffs. And we'll see with the weekend games here, but we have to match that defensively. I think when we play really strong defense, that naturally we'll get our own chances. So focusing on our own end and go from there.
IceHogs at home tonight. They continue on their 3-game homestand with the chance to clinch a playoff berth, the chance to move up in the Central Division standings, the early energy, the excitement of the crowd that's going to be here at the BMO tonight. What's going to be the biggest factor in your mind for the IceHogs to be successful?
Let's have a really good start. Focus on that first 20 and go from there.
Jared, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Assistant Coach Jared Nightingale joining us for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging diagnosis of the game is the IceHogs and Manitoba Moose going toe-to-toe tonight at BMO Harris Bank Center. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs Hockey on the Hogs Broadcast Network, presented by BMO Harris Bank.